Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Deflected behind for a corner kick. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mendes was in no mood for any of that. Not the most accurate pass. It's a promising position, and that's aimed into the middle. Azar. Well read, and the danger is averted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
The United States clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Tries to... Decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Yamal. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Great vision. Oh, good take and a good chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Gerrard. And Azar. Yamal. Yamal. He's had it taken off him. That's destined for the flank. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now, can they get him away? Space for him to turn and look. Aimed beyond the defence. In with the challenge. The United States have a free kick. Gerrard is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his... He's rising! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Gerrard. It's Kimmich. Yamal. And the referee has blown for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Nicely weighted ball. Pacho. Yamal. Hazard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hazard. He's found a way through. Hazard with the delivery.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Flings in across.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And smartly reclaimed. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to pass it through. That'll be a corner. They've played it short. Ball swung in. That is a brilliant interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Knocks it into space. He has a... And the shot! And there's a goal! And there is his 30th goal. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Just 1 in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
He shifted it to the flank. Just eases him off the ball. Saliba is the guilty party there. Good ball, good. There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Azar. Yamal. Messi running with intent. Oh, lovely bit of skill.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. Oh, he's played it in low. Brilliantly cut out.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Real chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Substitution in progress.
Time for a change in personnel. Kimmich. That's a little off target. He's through here. And he is... Chance, surely! And he's stuck it away. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
The United States now in a position far more desirable.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And it's been played through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Shapes to shoot! And that is quite wonderful! A finish of true class! And they are disappearing out of sight! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing. So now the difference is 3. Yamal, and there's his chance to lead the counter. The United States clearly now in lead preservation. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Ajax have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
With the owner of a blue car parked outside
So
the
just time for me to
stadium
say
gate,
thanks to
kindly
Jim for
remove it
his
as it is
wisdom
about to be towed
and to
away.
wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. It is sizzling beautifully here, and of course, as always, it is overlooked by the grand murals of the great man who lends this venue his name. We are always here in the presence of true magnificence. So that's got things underway. Hazard making his 100th appearance here today, of course.
Yeah, this is the first big landmark he'll hit, Peter, so I'm not sure he sees any real significance in it, but to me, it's a foundation that can only stand him in good stead for the remainder of his career.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Gerrard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Darwin. It's a pretty loose pass. Hazard going forward. Well timed, excellent interception. That's a sharp pass. And he was quick to react. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now, can they get him away? And no, that was never going to make it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Ronaldo. And he's got to... takes a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Now it's Messi. It's a promising position. That's a shade optimistic. Threads one in. Now it's Messi. Tries to play it through. Messi chasing after it. Gerrard. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great vision. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. This looks promising. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Number 20, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Brazil have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cristiano Ronaldo!
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Tries a shot! It's a goal! A century of appearances and a goal so richly deserved. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter.
And the shot! Goal! Brazil! And they're back in front. You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Brazil have their lead. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Ronaldo. Kajolu. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Messi is eyeing up his options in the middle.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
What a save by David Raya! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Yamal. Chance here to counter. Always onto this. Now there's a fine, shapes to shoot! Has a look up and drives it forward. Musiala. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Messi. This one, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Here it is, there's the shot! And a neat finish. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. Gerrard chips it through. Oh, what a mistake!
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Raya claims comfortably. Marquinhos. Gerrard wins the duel this time. Messi, and this is Messi. He's having a shot! Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that has been cut short. Musiala! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've rehearsed an awful lot on the training ground.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. Barcelona are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far.
I'm afraid to tell you that we
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. Brazil get the ball rolling for the second period. Kimmich gets over and intercepts. Azar.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Aimed beyond the defence. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Messi. Taken off it pretty forcefully. Now it's Darwin. Oh, well measured. And reclaimed it in a trice. Great, can he finish? Brazil have their second corner now. They've played it short. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. And now a sudden chance to counter. Referee's given a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Nuno Mendes. Can he get it through? Marquinhos. Gerrard. This is a promising build-up. Looking to play him in. Not much subtlety about that challenge. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Marquinhos unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's run loose, who's going to get there? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Gerrard is there and he can pick it up. Marquinhos kept aware and it is reclaimed easily. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's intervened well there. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass.
Oh, good climb! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Cristiano Ronaldo! He will be livid with himself. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game. So the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Substitution.
Brazil choosing to make the first change. Juve. That looks a good ball through. Oh, just a keeper now. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well read, nice interception.
Diouf really needed to concentrate on protect.
And the shot! Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
Well, chances like that need a delicate touch, and they're quite a tough skill.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. He is through here.
Barcelona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Marquinhos. Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Knocks it into space. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Marquinhos. No, he's not getting past him there. Yeah, he's fouled him there. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Now it's Yamal, played into space. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He'll try from distance! Not a bad try by any means.
Lamine Yamal has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Looking for the run. And he's well positioned here. Shot, surely! Off the post! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Oh no, what has happened here? That is a brilliant interception. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Played with speed from back to front. Messi. Cadiolu promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Yamal. Oh, no joy this time. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Barcelona.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
Look at the space here. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
That was lovely, that.
Played in. Oh, that was vital. Knocks it into space. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Aimed beyond the defence. Kadiolu showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That is a brilliant interception. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, Kvaratskhelia is a player who can do some serious damage. He brings a lovely intensity to that left flank and thrives on getting into half spaces. I think his biggest strength is his footwork, his ability on the ball. He's just so skillful at going past defenders and getting good delivery into the box. This guy is really one to watch out for.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Delivers the ball. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, easy pickings there. Kimmich is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Cruyff. Koller. And they are prompt with their pressing. And this is Cruyff. He's found Cruyff! That was superb goalkeeping.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Hazard. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Cross goes in there. All Black deals with that, nice and simple.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Cruyff. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Now this could be a chance. Goes for goal! Lacking in accuracy.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Almost half an hour in now. And it's Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Hazard cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Gerrard. Cristiano Ronaldo. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Tacho promptly onto that, and that is that. Well read, and the danger is averted. And it's been hooked away. Park Ji-sung. And it's Jordi Alba.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he cuts out the supply. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was alert to it. And that pass somewhat less than ideal.
Celtic clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Decent hit from there. Saliba. Messi. Gerrard. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Really chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Marquinhos. That's Gerrard. Marquinhos. Gerrard. And that brings the first half to a close. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And here is the first touch of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Celtic have reclaimed it. Hazard. Cannavaro was in no mood for any of that. Tacho makes the interception. Plays it through. Yamal finding himself in space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Terrific effort! Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Kvaratskhelia. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, good climb. Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Chance! And kept out by... Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Oh, he's having a go! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Kajolu.
That's going across goal.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Crossed in once more.
Well, as responses go to falling behind, this is quite encouraging. They look quite dangerous here.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Cruyff. Collar. Can he finish? He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution for Celtic. Number 77.
Celtic can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Celtic are sitting pretty. Shapes to shoot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Celtic find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Played out towards the right wing, and he's managed to get free, and he's got his cross in. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Marquinhos. Some really good ball movement. "75 minutes played. And he's intervened well there. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Rodri. Now it's Berbatov.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
Header! Great football, shot and save.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
That has not gone well.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's run loose here. Kajolu is always looking to play quality balls. He came in hard, very hard. Berbatov had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Messi. No, again there's no way through. Berbatov. And this is Ronaldo.
Added minute has been indicated.
And they've got rid.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
He's through here.
There they go, hunting again.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. So a chance here, what can they make of it? He leaps for it! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And time is up. Barcelona cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just Burak Yilmaz! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And that's been won straight back. Can he get on the end of this? Great, decent chance! Has another go! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Barcelona really could have done without this. This further to improve their cause. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed to the placement.
Corinthians are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
That is good alertness. Burak Yilmaz. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. That pass isn't the best. And he's had it nicked away. And this is Ronaldo. Shoots! Now, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
And yes, it's him again. Corinthians find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Not the most accurate pass. Great vision. No, not quite on the same wavelength. It has been an extraordinary start to the game. The gap already 3. Yilmaz was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. No, it's come to nothing. And they're quick to get it back. That is a great pick out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's Yilmaz! And the keeper has done enough. top stop.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Burak Yilmaz.
Lamine Yamal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
He'll try from distance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. It is a very, very good save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And one more try! He's kept it out just.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Corner number 3 coming up. Burak Yilmaz! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Saliba calmly anticipates. Now it's Yamal. Cristiano Ronaldo. And they've got rid. Tries to play it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nuno Mendes. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, it's come loose. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Best. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we.